Welcome back. The Manhattan District Attorney nears the end of its case against former President Donald Trump as they tell the judge today Michael Cohen is their final witness. In fact, Cohen was still on the witness stand as Trump's team cross-examines him. Chief legal correspondent Katie Barlow watching all of the developments, and she's here in studio. Here we go again.
Here we go again, and it was really a tense opening scene today as Michael Cohen was on the witness stand, this time facing questions from Trump attorney Todd Blanche, who kicked things off cross-examining Michael Cohen, referring to Cohen's social media rants. In particular, Blanche said, quote, "You went on a TikTok rant and called me a crying little expletive just before this trial began, question mark." Cohen said, "Yeah, that sounds like something I'd say." Meantime, Trump lost his appeal today, challenging the gag order that prevents him from speaking about Cohen publicly, but he vows to continue that legal fight.
I'm the Republican nominee for president. I'm leading in every poll, and I have a gag order. So I think it's totally unconstitutional, and we'll test that. This will be tested, because this should never happen to another candidate or another person. What's happening here?
Katie, prosecutors finished the first round of questioning today, so were there any bombshells?
Well, they did a few things during that round of questioning this morning. One of them was talk about that FBI raid on Michael Cohen's house that happened in 2018. A lot of us were watching at the time. Of course, former President Trump was in the White House. But Cohen testified today that Trump called him after the raid and said, quote, "Don't worry, I'm the president of the United States. There's nothing here. Everything's going to be okay. Stay tough. You're going to be okay." The prosecutors also kind of tried to draw out some anticipated punches from the defense team, saying, you know, can we talk about the time you lied to Congress and pleaded guilty to that? Also, a number of other times that he lied to media outlets like the Times and the Journal, to his family, his wife, when he took out a home equity loan to be able to pay Stormy Daniels. We'll see how the defense wraps all of that up, going after some of his lies as they continue the cross-examination.
It really seemed that was the point of it there, to ding at his credibility. So at least in the initial questioning, they were trying to at least get that out of the way, that the proverbial elephant in the room. But when it came time to cross-examine, Blanche was kind of loaded for battle here. Yeah,
there were a couple of things they really focused on. One, they focused on a lot of the lies, but also all of the positive things that Cohen has said over the years. He was a Trump acolyte, a longtime friend, and person who worked for the Trump organization and for Trump personally. So they really focused on some of the really nice things that Cohen had said about Trump over the year. And then finally, towards the end of questioning today, they started to get at what might be Cohen's motivation for testifying here, where Cohen admitted that he hoped that it would become public that he was cooperating with authorities, cooperating with prosecutors, so he could get his prison sentence reduced. Remember, he pleaded guilty not only to charges related to lying to Congress, but also charges related to what we're talking about here, the hush money payment to Stormy Daniels and campaign finance violations.
There was so much focus, too, about the merchandise that he was selling, you know, through his website with a T-shirt with Donald Trump behind bars. And that seemed to be a way to suggest that, yes, to the jury, that he's making money, trying to make money off this. Before we get to anything else, we have to get to jury deliberations. What's the timeline?
We'll see. Todd Blanche said that he thinks he's going to wrap up the cross-examination of Cohen on Thursday, and that we now know Cohen's the final witness for the prosecution. So the prosecution will get a little bit of time to ask a couple more questions. That's called a redirect, and then it'll be up to Trump's defense team to call their first witness. We know they plan to at least call one expert witness. We still don't know if former President Donald Trump is going to testify. My money's on not, but we'll see. So we could go to jury deliberations as early as next week, depending on how brief the defense response is.
All right, Katie, good to see you again. Marina?